One of the most insidious traits of a narcissist is their ability to push even the kindest, most level-headed individuals to their absolute breaking point. They don't just exploit kindness, they weaponize it, and they typically seek out people with strong moral compasses, deep empathy, and an innate desire to see the good in others, because these qualities make them easier to manipulate. But what many don't realize is that narcissists are not just passively benefiting from the kindness of others. They are actively engineering the conditions necessary to break them down. And it's very important to understand this is not accidental. It's a calculated, methodical takedown designed to serve a far greater purpose than simple cruelty. And in today's video, we are going to break this down and explain exactly how they do this, why they do this, and how to protect yourself from these games in the future. But first, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private narcissistic abuse recovery sessions with me, or if you would like more information on my new course and private community of survivors, both links are listed in the description below. So today we are talking about how narcissists strategically manipulate a target to have a breakdown. Because a good person doesn't just explode out of nowhere. They are pushed repeatedly. They do this by utilizing several different strategies. They will do things like continually ignoring and violating your boundaries, or they might slowly increase their selfish and self-centered demands, intentionally testing your patience and undermining your sense of self. Or they might subject you to ridiculous gaslighting techniques that are continually shifting blame onto you. They might subject you to weeks and weeks of the silent treatment, pathological lying, manipulating the children to become disrespectful and incredibly difficult to handle, subjecting you to violent narcissistic rages, you name it. Nothing is off limits to these people. And when you are constantly subjected to these blatant forms of psychological abuse and emotional terrorism, that can push even the most resilient and stable individuals to their breaking point. And when that moment comes, when the target finally snaps, reacts, yells, cries, or emotionally spirals, the narcissist basks in it. This isn't just a victory for them, it's a performance. And now they get to play the calm, rational, and composed one while their victim, now completely emotionally overwhelmed, becomes the perfect spectacle for the audience the narcissist has no doubt been quietly recruiting. Unfortunately, what the target usually doesn't understand at this point is that this is a strategic and planned event that the narcissist has been setting the stage for long before they had any clue that they were in this battle. Behind the scenes, the narcissist has been carefully planting seeds of doubt in the minds of friends, family, and even coworkers. And of course, they will phrase things as if they are coming from a place of deep concern. So they will say things like, she's been acting really unstable lately and I'm very concerned. Or, he's not handling stress well. I'm really worried about him. Or, I've always thought something is off about them and whatever's going on is getting worse and worse. Then, when the victim inevitably reaches their breaking point, the narcissist simply steps back and lets the scene play out exactly as they designed it. The emotional outburst serves as confirmation to onlookers that everything the narcissist has been saying must be true. Now suddenly, the conversation is no longer about the narcissist's abusive behavior. It's about the victim's reaction to it. Now they are the problem. Another point that's important to make here is that narcissists are masters of deflection. They know that the best way to avoid responsibility is to shift the focus onto someone else. And what better way to do that than to provoke the victim into a reaction that justifies the smear campaign they have already launched against them? I have to give them credit. It's a pretty clever move, although completely diabolical and sadistic. And unfortunately, because the target of these games is usually completely naive to the fact that not only do people in the world exist that do these things, but that they are personally in a relationship with someone who is doing this to them right now and right under their nose. So essentially, how they accomplish this is by pushing and provoking the target relentlessly, provoking them to react in a way that is out of character for them, then immediately putting the spotlight directly on their reaction as proof that you are the problem, and people believe them because they have been subtly fed this narrative for several months, if not years. And this is how narcissists rewrite history in real time. They manipulate perceptions so that you become the aggressor while they sit back pretending to be innocent, shaking their head, and playing the misunderstood victim. Now, moving on to perhaps the most devastating part of this calculated takedown is what it does to the victim's own perception of themselves. Once you've been made to feel like you've lost control, the narcissist capitalizes on that internal confusion, reinforcing the idea that you really are unstable, overreacting, or crazy. The manipulation becomes so deep that victims often begin to believe the very lies being spread about them. They question their own sanity. They replay events in their minds, wondering if maybe, just maybe, they were the problem all along. This is how narcissistic abuse not only destroys reputations, but also shatters a person's self-identity. It's not just about making others turn against you. It's about making you turn against yourself. And that, my friends, is the name of the game. Once they know that they have successfully gotten you to question your own perceptions, your own beliefs about yourself, once they know you are starting to buy into this narrative that you are the problem, they know they have you right where they want you. Essentially, they know that now they have successfully gotten full control over the narrative. And make no mistake, this is the definition of psychological abuse. What the target is being exposed to is no different to what cult leaders do to indoctrinate new members and gain control over their minds. And the longer someone is exposed to this, the more devastating the consequences will be. So how does one protect themselves from this sadistic form of abuse and manipulation? The key to dismantling this psychological warfare is to recognize the game while it's being played and refuse to participate. Remember, narcissists thrive on our reactions. Your emotional overwhelm and turmoil is their proof that they use to convince other people to believe this nonsense, as well as how they can even convince the actual victim of this rewritten and manufactured version of history. Once you understand this, once you understand this is what you are being subjected to, you can begin to take back control. And you do that by not engaging in the chaos, no matter how much they provoke. The most powerful response is no response at all. Another helpful thing the target can do is document the narcissist's behavior. If you feel yourself being set up, keep records of interactions, text messages, and conversations. Another helpful strategy is to strengthen your inner circle. Narcissists are great at turning people against you, so make sure you have people in your life who truly understand what's happening. I can't stress this enough. It's critical to get support and validation from people who have lived through this themselves or who can clearly see the manipulation for what it is. And always, always, always trust your reality. Trust your perceptions and your own eyes and ears. Do not let them gaslight you into believing their version of events. You know what you experience, so hold on to that. So in closing, you have to understand that narcissists don't just accidentally push good people to their breaking point. They do it on purpose. It's a calculated, methodical power move designed to serve multiple purposes, making them look good, making you look bad, and ensuring that they remain in control of the narrative. Nothing is more important to these people than control over the narrative. The sooner you recognize this pattern, the sooner you can detach, protect yourself, and walk away before they ever get the chance to break you. Because in the end, the only way to truly win is to not play the game at all. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.